I'm presenting to you a weapon that is dangerous in the wrong hands, but is useful in the right hands. And I'm hoping that I don't have too many psycho followers out there, Narcissism, the narcissistic woman. The women who spark this projection, because at the end of the day, it is a projection, okay? And narcissistic people are pretty much universally one of the stickiest types of individuals, but also one of the ones that suffer the most. They're not happy with the attention they get because it's never enough. It's really nothing to envy, to be quite honest with you. The women who spark this projection are cold and not that interested in the guy. And this happened to me, right? This really happened to me, because they have a blank slate, a blank screen to project things on. They never really tell you how much they like you, but also they don't tell you how much they don't like you. So it's almost like a blank slate. Even her face, right? They don't really need the guy. They're self obsessed, and she's hard to submit. And this type of woman usually appears as a free spirit, creative, and most importantly, assertive. This makes men want to loosen up around her and be more relaxed, and it'll make them want her to submit to them, right? And the problem is that these types of men never got the attention that they needed from their mothers. And by the way, you can learn a lot about this in Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature. There's a similar topic on in chapter about the masculine and the feminine. Like the mother wanted a child to give her what her man didn't give her, right? And so unfortunately this gives a man an emptiness that's hard to fill, and they can't verbalize it, but they'll chase after it their whole lives, right? So if you're able to look like or act like the narcissistic woman, it'll spark the projection. And it's not hard to do that, to be quite honest with you. Just Google shit the narcissistic women do. I'm not recommending this. I'm just letting you know the toxic traits that men are attracted to. I don't know why we're attracted to that, but you know, second one. So that's one, narcissism. Men are attracted to narcissism. Um, the damsel in distress. You see, I talk a lot about weakness. A lot of times we assume that if we show strength, it'll actually make people like us more, or it'll make, yeah. But we don't notice that the people we like the most are the weakest ones, children. There is a sympathy behind it. There is a certain empathy we have, and there's a sympathy that we have towards children. Why? Because they're vulnerable, they're weak, and so we loosen up around them. This type of woman, the damsel in distress, is a woman who shows weakness. The woman who is less constrained, she's more wild and has a bunch of energy. This woman might be from a completely different culture and maybe even broke, no money, right? And appears weak and in need of help. This guy who reacts to her will feel like he can help her out and be the hero, right? The man who falls for this, men like this, unfortunately, had strict mothers, right? And are consciously attracted to perfect looking women, and unconsciously want a rebellious woman, right? They want a mother figure as a wife, but not that. But they also want the slutty girl as well, right? They feel like this woman is weak and are lured by the pleasures that this wonderful woman seems to offer. But this type of woman is very manipulative, and their anima is masculine and masochistic, right? These men develop. So what tends to happen with these types of women is that they'll present themselves as having a shitty life, and they'll even show you with their face, um with the way they act. They'll play up on the negative things that happen in her life. And the reason why that type of woman would do that is to elicit the empathy of the guy, and it'll emotionally engage the guy. But that is toxic. That's pretty much manipulation. But it works. It fucking works. Like, if you play up on your weaknesses, you'll notice that men want to help you more. And that's why the women who is super successful struggle with finding a guy that actually love her, right? Those types of women struggle with finding a guy that actually not cares for her, but but acts masculine around her because she shows too much strength. You show too much strength for your own good. So you could use this in a healthy way by just showing weakness sometimes, exposing the things that hurt you, exposing that maybe you have depression, exposing that you have mental health issues sometimes, just being honest about your life. Because what that does is that it makes you look like you're not threatening. And on top of that, they'll feel bad about your life and they'll want to help you, and they'll naturally emotionally invest in you because they're trying to help you. They'll think about how to help you out. And this is why I started seeing escorts in Mexico, because I was tired of meeting these girls with shitty lives, bro. Like, these girls had such shitty lives that I wanted to rescue all of them, and I'm like, fuck this shit. I don't want to hear about that shit no more, man. I don't want to go with a shitty life. So I just started seeing escorts because I'm like, don't tell me about the fucking fact that your uncle might be touching you and shit. I don't want to hear about that shit. But then the escorts start telling you about her life, and because they start getting comfortable, and then I'm like, bitch, never mind. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, he got issues. He definitely got fucking issues. Okay, I do have issues. And the last toxic female trait is the time traveler. The woman who is holding on to her past. This type of woman is friends with her exes. This type of woman is even seeing her exes. This type of woman projects her traumas onto the guy. So if she's been cheated on, she'll naturally want to control the guy. And some guys like that. Or some guys like the conflict of having to tell you to stop seeing your ex. Or sometimes guys find it almost like a masochistic pleasure in having conflict in the relationship. And whenever you're holding on to your past, you will have conflict. I'm telling you, every woman that stays friends with her ex, I'm sorry, I don't want to be judgmental, but you're dumb. Like, you're just dumb. Like, what the fuck do you think? You think your man is gonna be happy if Tyrone is still your friend after you dated him? But what you don't realize is that suspicion will constantly make him think of you all the time. And unfortunately, if his self-esteem is low enough, it'll make him obsessed with you, actually, which is the contrary, right? And it's almost like women think, like you think your ex is not gonna try to bang you. It's like, hey girl, I'm Tyrone, and let's just be friends. I'll never try to bang you. Of course not. It's not how it works. Because, hey, wait a minute. This is the last time I tell you this, Alexis. Don't you ever use my voice unless you put me on camera, okay? If you ever do that again, I will never, ever be back, okay? All right, Tyrone out. Took offense to this. Oh, don't you ever do that shit. Oh, okay, Tyrone, whatever. Tyrone, let me ask you something. Have you stayed friends with your exes, and what has happened? Tyrone? Tyrone? Hello? Didn't I tell you not to use my voice? I'm going to give you one more chance, okay? Anyways, I'm going to go right now. I'm going to put your time out. Tyrone out. People, what's going on today? Woke up on the run. All right, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, staying friends with your ex, it may be toxic, but it creates a competition. Or even having a lot of male friends, that kind of stuff. Even if it makes you happy, trust me, guys are gonna have a problem with that. But even though they have a problem with that, it actually makes them more attracted to you because it's competition. Like you may not like the competition, but it actually makes you like the person more. Oops, sorry, right? As long as you don't bang the guy friends, it's not a problem. But it is a problem when you have too many guy friends. And I don't think a woman should have too many guy friends more than girlfriends, because it just creates problems in their relationships. Not in her whole life, but I'm talking in terms of relationships. I don't think you should have too many male friends, in my opinion. Anyways, this is Alex, your toxic dating coach.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life. This is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces. One is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.